Hello everyone, I'm your host, your SCP host, Skills to Play, and welcome to the next Patreon beta build. This build contains mostly fixes, so I'll just leave the patch notes in the description. There is some stuff I can show though, so I'll go ahead and go through that now. They re-added collision on some chairs. They re-added the Tantrum's dissolve animation. They re-added some post-processing effects on the deathcam. They re-added SCP-330's candy selector background blur. They re-added smoke coming from the ejected SFA cartridge on the Particle Disruptor. They added the weapon workstation at the Mobile Task Force MTF spawn. And finally, they re-added the radio keyboard lighting when it's active, so like little digits become lit up. There are some other notable things too, which include a tiny holder for SCP-018 and 2176, so the ball and the ghost light, and the intercom text is now properly sized. So yeah, that's pretty much it. FYI, the beta is opening up to the $10 Patreon tier on April 20th, so it'll be more accessible. Speaking of Patreon, reminder that I have my own if you would like to support me and this channel. I should also have channel memberships up soon if you want to support me here. And in typical Northwood fashion, alright, I was going to keep this edition a secret as I was told by some patrons, but someone blabbled and talked about it, so I'm just going to talk about it now. SCP-207 can be turned into anti-207 on 1-to-1, so And while that goes, I'll explain sort of what anti-207 does. Basically, it's the opposite of 207 with an added bonus. As you can see, the model is slightly different. A little more pink instead of red. I'm pretty sure also that the Conta Cola, Conta, yeah. So, pretty much what this does, so when you drink it, has little sounds. You drink it, you see, it's kind of like, oh, is it the 207? Well, no, let me take some damage first. I'll show you. So let me some HP to 1. The slower you move, or the most if you don't move at all, you start regenerating health instead of losing it. Obviously, the faster you move, the less health you regen. This also stacks up to 4, like regular cola. So yeah, it also makes you move a little slower as you drink more. So let's go ahead and drink the next few. I'm generating more health now, but because I've drank all that, I am now much slower. You can probably counteract this, well, I would say with cola, but I'll show that in a second of why you don't want to use cola with this. Alright, so after 4, yeah, you start getting a lot more HP. By just standing still, obviously moving, you get less. You're also very slow on 4. Alright, now, if you have regular cola, and you want to, oh, you're thinking, I could get faster just by drinking cola. Why don't let's do that? Well, that's why. That's why you don't drink it. It's not in the RA yet, by the way. I think it's purposely only in 914 right now. Alright, and with just one, what is it, Conta Cola? Or is it Cola Conta? Cola Conta, that's right. With just one, and if you have more, it doesn't stack. Let's say somebody throws a grenade at me. Oh no, I'm gonna die to the grenade. You won't. Because what this opposite cola does, it saves you. It gives you basically 1 extra life. But it keeps you right at that low HP, and also does not give you any immunity to any damage. I can't type. Any damage after. So, you gotta heal quick. But otherwise, yeah, it blocks pretty much all forms of damage, except for, I think, Chaos Car, jumping into Pit, and I think there's some other stuff too. Yeah, that's all I have. Back to video me. Anyways, if you like these fixes, make sure to fix that like button so that it appears blue. It's definitely a bug that it's gray. And that you collide with the subscribe button. This has been your host, your SCP host, signing off.